Hey guys, Jamie here with The Point of It All. Today I'm talking about TWS headphones, or True Wireless Stereo Headphones as their official name is. I've used a lot of different brands, from JBL to Sony to Samsung to Jabra. I've used a ton. I've even used Apple's AirPod Pros, and I've always come back to one brand time and time again, and that's Sony. Now, I got into Sony headphones, or TWS headphones. My initial chance with them was the Sony WF-1000XM3s. Now, they're the predecessor to the XM4s that I have here, but they were my first. The XM3s were my first premium set of high-end headphones. And when I say premium, I mean in the price range of $280. I think I paid $279 when they first launched. After coming from Samsung and Jabra and JBL, my ears were just blown in a good way. I mean, the difference in quality was that profound that I've never looked back since then. Now, I've been given cheaper, brands to try out here and there, particularly JBL, and it was my thinking going in that if I got the right ear tips that sealed the better sound than the standard stock tips did, they might just come close to the Sonys, but that is not the case. I mean, the engineering that goes into the Sony earbuds is just leaps and bounds ahead of anything else I've tried. I'm not saying that they're the best that you can buy, but I'm saying that for me, in this price range, they're the best that I've ever used. Here's my quick story with Sony. I got the XM4s when they first came out about 2 years ago now, and I paid $280 for them on Amazon. Well, recently I updated the firmware and it bricked them. They still put out sound, but the right side no longer held a charge for some reason. It was a really strange situation that Sony had going on with their firmware updates, and I wasn't the only one. Now, they were out of warranty. The warranty is only good for a year. So when I read online about this known issue and that Sony was actually replacing everyone's earbuds that had this effect or had this issue with the firmware update, I was like, you know what? I got to get in on this because I can't even use these things anymore. And they're my go-to earbuds. They're my daily drivers for earbuds. When I work out or I'm at work messing around with inventory, I use these. So I had to file my claim quickly. And sure enough, 3 weeks later, this showed up in the mail, a brand new set of WF-1000XM4s. They need to really change the names of these things. It's really a mouthful, but at any rate, that speaks to Sony's commitment to service. They didn't have to do that. They could have said, you know what, I'm sorry, they're out of warranty. Maybe here's a gift card or a coupon towards a new set when they come out next year. The XM5 should be right around the corner, I'd imagine. But they didn't do that. They said, you know what, it was our fault, my bad, Sony's bad. Here's a brand new set of earbuds for you. Now, I really wanted to get a white pair, but the warranty was for the same exact model that you had before. But I wanted to show you guys, before I want to unbox these on this video, but I wanted to show you guys what the XM3s were like when they came out. And you'll see the difference that they made with the new design here with the XM4s. Now, the XM3s, prior to me getting the XM4s, the XM3s were my daily driver, and they sound absolutely amazing. In fact, had I not tried the XM4s, I would still be convinced that the XM3s were still the ones to beat. But when I put in the XM4s, there have been some really nice improvements to not only the external capabilities of the case and whatnot, charging wise, but the sound is just so much richer and deeper with the XM4s, and it's a smaller footprint device as well, and I'll get into that later. But real quick, with the XM3s, you see the case is just massive. It doesn't even have wireless charging. Like, how can a case this large not have wireless charging is beyond me, but it doesn't have that feature. It does have USB-C. Now, if you can pick these up brand new at a fairly good price, like $120, I'd do it, because they're still really, really good headphones. You can see there's the actual earbud itself. right? It's got the gold highlights just like the XM4s do, which I love. I think I'll get a white pair the next time around though. The sound, again, guys, it's hard to go wrong with these. They sound that amazing. And if you don't try the XM4s, these are really, really good TWS premium headsets. So let's open up the XM4 real quick and we'll get into a few of the differences. I'm not going to pair them or anything because it's not really going to help in this video, but if you can find these for under $280, which you probably can, I think I've seen them as low as $199 in some cases, get them, snag them up at that price, because I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong with these headphones. So the packaging here is made by all recyclable products, all recyclable or recycled, and that's a really tight fit. There we go. All right, so here we go. This is just like my first time opening these up. I remember when I first did it a couple years ago, and a half ago. Eggshell top, there we go. So right away you can see how much smaller the case is compared to the XM3. Look at that, huge difference, right? Massive. Let's put this. Let's see what we get inside the box here. I know they shipped 3 different size ear tips. Here's the manual, which most of us aren't going to use. I'm part of that crowd. So yeah, you get, there's already a set installed, the mediums, but you also get a small and a large. I think I usually opt for the large. So let's pop these open. Now, I've had this, I had my current ones for close to a year and a half, and normally the memory foam tips wear out. They lose their ability to spring back. I didn't have that issue with these at all. In fact, even my XM3 tips, let me show you real quick. Even the XM3 tips are still providing really good memory or seals on both my ears. So whatever material they use for the current crop of headsets here is really phenomenal, and as far as longevity goes. And there you go. I mean, they look amazing. One thing I will say about the XM3s is that they tend to stick out of my ears a little bit more so than the XM4s here. I know when I do my inventory in my store, I'm really in confined spaces, and you know, I've bumped them out of my ear a few times. The XM3s, I mean, when I'm trying to, you know, get into tight spots. I don't have the issue with the XM3s though, as they go further into my ears. I think they just fit better. There's the air. You can see the air out for air going out for bass, basically. These are amazing headphones, guys. Amazing. I like the gold accents. I like the design better as well. And I'll show you a side-by-side picture here. This is the XM3, and this is the XM4. You can see, I think they're smaller, more compact. I like them. I like the fit of the XM3s in my ears better than I do the XM4s. But that could be a personal preference. But it really comes down to sound quality, and that's where the XM3s are truly king. That's where you'll see the biggest difference. You'll hear the biggest difference, rather. And I have not been disappointed at all with the sound coming out of these bad boys. So once again, guys, if you have a chance to pick the XM4s up for under 200 bucks, grab them at that price. It's a steal. And even the XM3s, if you can get the XM3s at $125 or $150, even though they're sporting a bigger case, doesn't have the wireless charging that the XM3s have, I'm sorry, the XM4s have, they sound absolutely amazing. They don't sound as good as the 4s. They don't sound as good as the 4s, but they sound really good. Guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you like the content that I'm putting out, and if you do, please give me a like and subscribe on the bottom there. I appreciate it. Until the next video, guys, I appreciate you watching this one. Peace. I'm out.